A caterpillar. Yes, you did hear me right. A caterpillar with a very unusual choice of chow. Versus the bizarre, long-beaked pink dolphin that stalks the cola brown waters of the Amazon rivers. Which of these moments from Deadly 60 do you think's going to win our Deadly Showdown? This is Deadly Showdowns. It's the opportunity I've been longing for to take two magical moments from the history of Deadly and put them head to head. And this time round, we're dealing with two tall tales of the unexpected. So who's up first? Well, this is a caterpillar. Yes, that's right, a caterpillar. Most of the time on Deadly, the stories for the animals we deal with come from me. They come from my research and my little black book of animals that I've always wanted to go out and find. But sometimes an idea comes in from one of my amazing Deadly team. One of the guys, his name was Toby, he's a very talented young man, came in with an idea that in Hawaii we should film a caterpillar, a carnivorous caterpillar. I didn't even know that that was a thing. Don't be fooled, there is a hidden killer lurking here, but it's so fast and so good at not being seen that I probably won't even be able to see it with my naked eye, and instead I'm going to need a little bit of Deadly technology. Why? Why would a caterpillar evolve to feed on flying insects? There must be a lack of other, perhaps parasitic wasps or other things that would normally feed on flying insects that would have allowed over deep time this caterpillar to have evolved the ability to feast on flying critters. And that just completely blew my mind. From there on in, I had to follow Toby's judgment and we had to go and find this little caterpillar called Eupithecia. And when I say little, it is really, really little. It's no longer than my little fingernail. Every single place you look starts to turn into what you're searching for. It completely messes with your mind. And then, yes! Got one. It's so brilliant. Honestly, I could have been staring at this plant for ages and not seen it. Okay, now, I don't know if you can be able to see this with the camera, but lying along the edge of this leaf here, lying perfectly flush with it and exactly the same colour, is a caterpillar. They just wait until little hair at the base of the body is triggered. And the second something triggers that, the whole body whips back so fast that you would just never see it with the naked eye and ensnares whatever it is that's triggered it. To be able to film Eupithecia in action was going to be a real challenge because it needed to be magnified. The animal's very, very small, and it had to be slowed right down. So we had to be filming in high speed. So we needed a special camera, the right kind of lenses, everything had to be set up on tripods, and the chances of us waiting there for days and days until an insect actually triggered the caterpillar was just not going to happen. So instead, I had a pair of tweezers with a little flying insect, and I just flicked the tail of the caterpillar, and then we were going to film and see what happened. I kind of didn't think it was going to work. Tiny little grasshopper. Yes! That is just fabulous! It was, I think, one of the most unexpected things I've ever seen in natural history, and one of those great reminders of why it is that the wild world is so fascinating, because no matter how much you think you know, you never know everything. So the second of my contenders has to be one of the most curious, bizarre, swimming wild weirdos in the world, the Pink River Dolphin. These animals just kind of seem to be a fantasy. A pink dolphin with a great big long snout filled with little pointed cone-shaped teeth that it uses to devour fish below the surfaces of these brown, tannic rivers, which you can't see anything in the Amazon, but it's real. and it's, in its own way, incredibly charming. There are several places where you can find pink river dolphins, but only one where you can really get in the water with them and see them up close, and that's relatively close to the town of Manaus in Brazil. So you chunter upriver in these rather magnificent, big steaming houseboats, and finally get to this place where the dolphins are used to encountering people and to being fed. And the encounter started at the side of the river with me having a bucket of fish and just slapping them on the water, hoping that eventually maybe we would catch a fleeting glimpse of a pink river dolphin. Instead, within seconds, a squadron turned up. Oh, look at that, look! I don't believe it, no, look! The next thing that we had to do was to get into the water alongside them. You know, one of the things that we've tried to do lots over the years on Deadly is to experience an animal in its world, on its own terms. And so I had to slide into the waters, which have the kind of the colour of cola, because they're filled with tannins, these chemicals that leach out of the roots of the plants that are there in the river. And you can kind of see in it, like a metre or so, and then you see these pink shapes kind of looming out of the brown, coming towards you, banking away and jumping above the surface to snap at the fish in my hands. I guess dolphins are one of those animals that we think of as being super cute and adorable and cuddly, but they are a potent predator that is the master of their aquatic world. They're very strong. When they thrash against you, you can feel that they are just one packed muscle. And when they want the fish, they take it. Amazing! He just decided he wanted Rich's boom pole, the sound man. Look at it, he's going for it again. I think he's decided that Rich's boom pole's food. I was bedazzled by this utterly bizarre aquatic phenomenon which hunts in amongst the mangrove roots, hunts for things like piranhas, which, you know, we've placed on the Deadly list a dozen times. And so, yeah, full respect for an animal oddity that has to be seen to be believed. So who's going to win? Well, the unexpected was certainly the caterpillar. I didn't think it was possible. Turned out it was. So my most unexpected deadly beast is Eupithecia, the carnivorous caterpillar. What did you think? I mean, they're both pretty awesome, but that's definitely the one I'd have gone for. There are lots more Deadly Showdowns on BBC Earth Kids, so head over there and press subscribe. There's also a lot more Deadly content as well, but for now, all the very best from me, Stevie B.